Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be spectating some random solo players in Warzone. We've jumped on board at train station. This was towards the end of the plains route, so we're up in quarry, coming down across the map like this. In general, the circles are pretty nice spread out, so it should be a relatively slow game, not everyone forced into a tiny little area. I wonder if this guy, because it was towards the end of the drop, if train station's clear for this guy, he should be able to get his load out pretty quickly. He needs to get some plates, I think is something he should focus on. Try and get some of the boxes. Oh, here's someone. I really do hate this gun. Although it does help you see the rose skins, doesn't it? But yeah, I hate the SMGs that have the thermal sights on. Just find them so difficult to use, but he seems to use it quite well. That guy was pretty oblivious though. He needs to plate up, but that plate that he took off that guy. Lovely. Yeah, because even if someone doesn't have any plates in their inventory, once you kill them, you always get one plate off them. And how's he sorted for money? Sorted for money. Should try and go to the buy station in the middle of the train station. I think that's probably safer to do than the one right on the edge here, because you're a little bit vulnerable to this hill if you try to go to this one. But he seems to be pretty much perfectly set up for the game, to be honest. I'm not sure what his secondary weapon is. It might be that P90 still. But yeah, just go and get your loadout. Probably going to have a car and a FAR, would be my guess. But we'll have to see. Yep, he's working his way across. Try and get 1,000 more, just so he can get a UAV as well. Maybe try and push some people. There's not any contracts that near to him, so if he's going to be hunting for kills, he's going to have to travel a little of a distance to get the kill contract down here, probably. I like that. Getting the ammo and then still keeping your dead silence, because that can win you a fight easily. And let's see what loadout he goes for. Hopefully he lands it on the roof, that would be quite funny, but let's see where it goes. Oh, just about. And he is getting a overkill, what's that, an AMAX with the marksman rifle. He does have tracker, which is slightly odd. Probably go for amped with my first loadout, but we'll have to see if he gets it. I find that tracker, that because you're aiming down at the ground to see where the footsteps go, that half the time you round the corner, they're just standing there. They've just gone around the corner, they're standing there, you're waiting for you to come around the corner, and then you're just looking at the floor and they just shoot you in the face, but it can work. Right, he needs to find $200 more, and then get a UAV, and then hunt for some kills, probably. Or maybe he's just going to try and set up in zone. So he's in a pretty decent position, and once this zone closes, he'll be able to see, obviously, where the next zone is, so he can set himself up in a power position if he wants to play like that. Right, heartbeat sensor, anyone around? This is a weird build of the AMAX that I've not seen before, but let's see. Right, pinging someone that he's seen on his UAV. 3 people, 4 people in this area. That's all we can see. That guy is moving though, so yeah, he's not seen these moved off onto the little house next door. Yep, there we go. Wonder if he must be inside there. And he appears to just be looting, so it's not just a guy camping in a building, so he should be able to get the skill, especially with dead silence, pop dead silence, sneak up behind him. Should get an easy elimination. Let's see if he remembers to use it. There we go. 50 meters away. There was a little plate there. He should have bought plates as well, actually. That's a point. I didn't realise that, yeah, he needs some plates. That guy will have heard him now. Or no, he's got his dead silence, but he's wasted his dead silence. Right, okay. He's going to hear him now. Yeah. And he's now let him get inside the building, I think, underneath him. So this is going to be a 50-50 fight. Oh, tracker actually worked. But he still lost the fight. As I said, he was looking at the footprints rather than looking at where the guy was. He should have seen the footprints and then pre-aimed where he thought the guy might be holding the angle. Let's see. This guy's got a FAR. I wonder if it's a floor loot FAR. Yeah, looks like the floor loot FAR. Yeah. And he's like, ooh, what should I get? Let's see if he likes this AVAX. Yeah, he's just going to steal his loadout. I mean, why not? He seems to be struggling with what to choose. Like, is this any good? Give it a little try out. He's got double? Oh no, okay, he kept his FAR. Yeah, I didn't think that AMAX was the right build. And let's see what he's trying to do. He's almost got enough money for a loadout if he wanted to. And if not, I'm not quite sure what he's going to do. I mean, let's see where the zone is. Still closing. He's got to wait, what? Still 2 minutes for the zone, so he could quite easily get his loadout. And he might be going for a snipe. He's not going to be able to take this guy out, I don't think, unless he hits a really nice snipe. Oh, I mean, he hit the car. This area seems pretty unlooted as well, so he should be able to get more stuff. Just round out his loadout a bit more. Well, mainly just money. Get your UAV or get your loadout properly. Looking at this guy, it took him absolutely ages to get $10,000. And so probably for him, he needs to look at doing contracts at the start of the game, just so he can up the amount of money he gets quicker. because at this point of the game, he could easily have got a loadout by the amount of looting that he's done, like how long he spent. Because he's not like just sitting in a house, he is moving around trying to get loot. But he's just taking ages. Of course, it might have just been a little bit of a slow game for him in terms of money, but he really should have been able to get all of his loadout by now. Right. Is he going to ping him? You see, if I were him, I probably would have tried to ping this guy, just so you know exactly where he is. And he's on the roof here. Let's see what he decides to do. I don't think he was aiming at the right building when he was looking. I think he was aiming at the building behind. Okay, it looks like he's going for his loadout. Should be able to get it relatively free. And there's also a guy at the buy station near Superstore. That guy might be quite a sweaty guy, just because that's the favourite place for people to go if they've already cleared out Superstore, get their loadout. Let's see where he goes for this. If I were him, just throw it. See there, he could have thrown it inside the window, just to the right, and then it would have landed on the roof, and he could have gone inside of the building to have a little bit of cover whilst he collected it. I mean, it still lands on the roof. Oh, guy's pushing him. In the car. Oh, he seems a little bit scared. Can he get it from in here? Yeah. I'd assume so. No. Okay, he's focusing on this, and if that other guy has had dead silence, he's going to be able to easily sneak up behind him and take him out. Or is he just... He must be choosing his loadout rather slowly. No. Ooh. Right. This guy does not film with confidence. He does not look like he's very sure of his gun skill. His aim. He's a little bit scared. But that guy approached it pretty badly. Here, I'm not sure if you can, but if you could jump up through one of the windows, maybe use your car to jump up to the window, because he did know that this guy was in this house. He had a heartbeat, and we know this guy does not have his loadout, so... Right, he just needs to focus and go and get his loadout. And he can probably do it from below, sort of the little overhanging roof. He could get beneath that and jump up, but let's see. He's wasting a bit of time looking at this guy's weapons. I suppose he might go for his loadout with his ghost, rather than just getting overkill, if he has decent weapons, but... There we go. Yeah, if he goes in that bit of room there, looks up and jumps, he should just about to get it. There we go. And what's he going to go for? Right, he went for his ghost loadout, but with a sniper rifle. So he's keeping the ground loot far, is that? That's slightly odd, especially with all the guns that he's already found. If I were him, I probably would have set up two classes with ghost, one with the FAR, or like one with each gun of the weapons that you intend to use that game. So say if you have a FAR and a car loadout, if you do then find someone's FAR or someone's sniper on the floor, you can then just get the other one whilst getting ghost. Although he could have just probably got his proper loadout, because he could have had both of his own weapons and then also just gone and got this one with ghost because it was so close to him. It's a slightly odd way of doing it, because now he's not got a decent FAR, although maybe he just hasn't got that leveled up yet, and he thinks that, well, he sees everyone else using it, so he thinks, I'll just keep that. Not the biggest fan of the floor loot FARs, just because the recoil's a little bit unmanageable. Okay, so he's now got an M13 class. And he kept his sniper, so it's an M13 sniper class. So he's going to need to be making sure that most of his fights are in the mid-range. All right, let's look at zone. Forgot that that's coming because of all the action. All right, 35 people left, so it is a relatively quick game. I found that the games have been going pretty quickly recently. Maybe it's because of the ship down here and the zombies. Maybe quite a lot of people land there, but I'm not sure. All right. He appears to be happy in this house now. If I were him, probably just go and get a little bit more money, go and get UAV. Just, it'll work at this point in the game, because not everyone will have had their ghost loadouts now, because quite a lot of people wait for the free loadout, and they get that overkill one first. A nice little free kill. Oh, he really should have taken him out already. Oh, nice little thermite. Stop him coming around the corner easily. That should be an easy kill. Oh, this is not good if he loses this fight. And especially as this is now a close range situation, and his guns are not suited for that. Is there not a door behind him? No. Yeah, there is a door behind that guy. He was lucky there. That guy could have just jumped through that door and taken him out. He should have won this fight twice over now. Maybe even started with a sniper shot, because that guy had not seen him. Oh, and then there's a truck coming too. Okay, that appears to be ignoring him. So, I mean, he knows that the other guy must not be obvious, maybe hiding in one of the crannies outside the building, just because the truck would have seen him, obviously. Oh, that would be so funny if it came through the hole in the roof. Okay, there we go. Force him inside. I don't mind that. But, again... Oh, he's got tracker. Why does everyone run tracker? Oh, dear. I cannot see this going well. Especially not with the gun that he has. Not quite sure why you'd go with the thermite rather than that. The little fireman's hole to his left, he could jump down using that. Okay. He managed to get the kill in the end. I wonder what guns that other guy have, because if it's like... Yeah, that guy really should have won this fight. That was... He, like, telescope... Not telescope. No, he, like, what's the word? Telegraphed. That's the one. Not telescope. That's a different thing. He telegraphed exactly what he was going to do by throwing down the thermite there. So if he could have jumped down the little fireman's holes right there and gone round, he could have used the thermite as a distraction and also to cover the sound of him running around. But yeah, he just needs to work on his aim a little bit, obviously. He should have killed him about 30 seconds, a minute before when he had the drop on him. But let's see what he decides to do now. The zone's going to be closing, so he might have to rotate in soon. Is there a buy station? Yeah, there is. Well, there's the buy station he's already used. So if I were him, probably just try and find, again, a little bit more money. Oh, there's a guy. The bounty's coming up on him. He's going to hide inside. Doesn't need armor. No, he already had armor. This seems like a waste of time. This seems very... I mean, I don't see a situation where he's going to need 16 plates more than he's currently got. I mean, he's either going to be dead or not dead. And he does not need this many plates, especially as I'd guess that the zone's probably going to move off him now because he's relatively close to the edge, unless he's lucky. I'd probably be using my heartbeat sensor now to try and find this guy. And he gets taken out. That's not a massive surprise, especially as that guy had an MP5 and he was trying to fight with an M13 at that range. He was just focused. He seems to notice that he was getting tracked and the guy was close to him, but then he seemed to just ignore that he was there once he was trying to work out how to use the plate boxes. A little bit odd, this guy. Only 4 kills. A lot of money, though. And is there anything he needs? He seems pretty well set up. If I were him, probably maybe even go and get a full UAV just to help you rotate in. Or is there a vehicle in this area? Not really. He might struggle to rotate in here just because he's having to do it on foot. Yeah, I like this. Go early. Make sure that you're actually in rather than waiting for the zone. Messing around in this area. I like this. Right, is he going to try and buy a UAV or something? When he has tons of money, you can still get an advanced UAV and still have enough money to carry another one with him, and then also buy another one, even if he can't get killed with that. He seems to be playing relatively aggressively, because he was getting the load out and pushing people. Let's see what he decides to do. Pushing into airport's a bit of a pain, because the zone isn't clearing everyone out of the airport at like roofs and stuff, so people could be migrating from sort of just outside the zone to just inside the zone. They don't have to go anywhere and get out of this area. So say if the zone was coming here, there we go. Not many people in this area. One right on the buys, a couple behind him, sorry. One here, so he's going to have an easy rotate in, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 with 22 left. So that might mean there's a few people in this area with Ghost. I think that works. I mean, obviously, that's not really practical for him to do. You shouldn't, unless you're in a massive amount of cover, you probably shouldn't count everyone, but it makes sense for me to do, just to see. I suppose also people could have been in the gulag. I'm not quite sure why he's trying to do this with a sniper. Probably would have tried to do that with the AUG. He could have taken him out quite easily there. That guy must... Maybe that's even the guy that... Yeah, that must have been the guy that we killed, or we were with before, going to get his loot. That's the word. He's going to... Might struggle to get in? No, I think you can always run out past this zone, but... He's should be able to actually kill him if he gatekeeps this correctly. If he gets up on the roof, he should be able to stop the people that were in this area coming in, as well as this guy, obviously, who was at the fire station here and rotating in. Let's see what he decides to do. Still got plenty of money. Alright, so he's playing quite aggressively because you can see that he's not got his heartbeat sensor. He's got a stun instead, and that's quite an aggressive way to play the game, especially in solos. Almost everyone runs the heartbeat sensor. Right, what are we deciding to do? He, again, has a bounty. Where is that bounty? Right on the edge. Said he should be able to take this guy easily. If I were him, I'd get on the roof here. I think that's probably where he's going to get the zip line up. Yeah, there's a zip line on the corner. And he should be able to kill this guy pretty easily. Although, he's in the truck, so maybe not. That's unlucky. If that guy was rotating in without a vehicle, he'd be in real trouble. Right, let's see how he deals with this. Not brilliant accuracy with that. So this guy has a sniper. So this guy picked up our original guy's sniper as well. So he doesn't actually have a close range weapon. I don't hate it for this zone. This zone's not got that many buildings in, so it's likely to be an open final zone. He did see on his UAV that there was another guy around this area though, coming in behind him. So he does have to be careful. Okay. We've got 2 people spectating, actually. So maybe someone else is wondering how this guy's doing. I didn't see if they were already spectating when I arrived, but we'll see. Right. That guy is in his truck on the edge of the zone. At this point, I'd probably stop trying to stalk this bounty, just because you're going to struggle to win a fight against the truck anyway, and he can just drive away if he wants to. Like, he doesn't have to engage with you, because here you might have just bumped your threat level up to 2 bars when you're being a bit close to him, and he just knows you're coming up behind him because he's already driven past you, so he knows in what area you're already in, so he can just drive away knowing that you're coming from behind him. Oh, this is an interesting zone. I mean, it really depends where the final zone comes. I'd guess it's probably on this side of the river. We appear to be hiding in a bush, or a wall and a haystack. But yeah, well, whilst he's doing that, if this zone, if you have to either bet, are you going to be at this side of the zone, or if you're going to be in airport? Because if it's airport and you're, that's not going to kill the truck though, is it? I can't quite believe that guy with the bounty must have been trying to hunt him, trying to like take out his bounty. But I mean, he needs 2 thermites to take out one of those ones. But yeah, if you're in this zone, you either have to, if you don't have a vehicle, I would suggest having a vehicle is basically what I'd say, but if you don't have a vehicle, you either have to put your hope in it being this side or this side, because obviously if you're here and the zone pulls this way, you have to rotate across the airfield, and whereas here, you have to rotate across this icy river, and people who are in this airport area will have quite nice power positions, although because most of the buildings are not quite in the zone, and it's quite hard to get on top of these hangar roofs, and there's not actually much cover on here, it's not as bad if the zone pulls this way, but we'll have to see. He now just appears to be hiding. I wonder if someone will rotate up behind him, though, or if there's anyone in the tower that will be able to see him. It's a bit risky, because he's not in full cover. I don't know why he hasn't gone into a building. There we go. As expected, that guy that we saw in the UAV ages ago all snuck up behind him. That was very odd for him just to be lying there. Now, this truck wants a bit of action. Not going to jump out, though. Not going to risk it. Oh, he is going to risk it. There we go. So we've got a FAR and a car, as always. Oh, nice little headshot. And now he's got a free truck. Although we do know it's only going to be half health because it got hit by a thermite. And a nice little kill. Really nice. I don't know why that guy jumped out the truck, to be honest. Like, if you're going to jump out close by and just quickly catch them off guard rather than jumping out and then they can see that you've obviously got out the truck and then it's just a 50-50 fight and this guy just hit the headshot. That guy's accuracy wasn't great, though, because he could have definitely made hitting the headshot on him a lot harder if he'd given some flinch. If I were this guy, definitely kept hold of the truck, because this zone is so wide open. And when this one closes, we're going to have to rotate quickly to get a power position in the next zone. What's he doing? He's just checking if anyone's behind him. But he should have already cleared this out, because I'm pretty sure this is the guy that was in storage town and sort of rotated up behind us, because there was the guy in the truck, but there was also a little red dot on the UAV that the previous guy had. Right, he appears to be pretty safe. No one's coming out of this area. And then let's see if he goes for the truck or not. I mean, maybe he'll be in zone, but... Oh, where's that going? Onto that building? Yeah. Definitely go for the truck. I mean, some people don't like using it. Oh, this is... Yeah, so you see here, if you're in the airport, you're going to have to rotate out, and there is pretty much no cover in this area. There's a little bit of cover in that building. But if I was this guy, try and get one of these buildings in a power position, probably go and use the truck to get there. Someone's already taken this one. It's so funny, just watching all the buildings with like little cars next to them or trucks next to them. You know that someone's already taken it. He can't be too reliant on the heartbeat sensor at the moment. Although because he can hear crates in there, you know that you're not actually likely to have someone in there, because not many people leave a crate there unless they're baiting it on purpose. But in the late game, most people just open them anyway. Right, he's rotated into zone nicely. I definitely would have tried to rotate him with the truck, though, just so you have a bit of cover if you do have to rotate, if you're unlucky. I mean, trucks aren't the most fun thing, and of course it's a bit of a pain, and some people don't like to use them because just out of principle, but it just lowers the amount of time that you're going to get screwed over by the zone, because even if you do get a bad zone, you can always use your truck to rotate, whereas here, if you do get screwed over by it and you can't do anything, you just have to rotate on the open, which is why even if they're a bit naff to use just because it's boring, isn't it? Like, they should really take out the trucks probably, or reduce the health. I mean, they could just reduce the health a considerable amount, but yeah, just take out the trucks. And yeah, it's just, you need to mitigate the chance that you're going to get screwed over by stuff. And this guy, by not having a vehicle, means that, so say if he's here and the zone pulls all the way across this area, people up on this hill will have an easy shot on him as he rotates in. You just need it. If I were him, maybe even just move that car and get the loot that was under it. Quite a lot of people, I think, also don't like vehicles because people know where you are on the map. But yeah, there we go. As expected, running around in the open. Here, he could lie down under that ridge. I'm surprised that guy couldn't get a shot on him when he was had his back to him. But let's see. Yeah, it's just running around in the open. I mean, if you want to do that, just do it in a vehicle. I mean, people can see where you are, but if you're running around in the open anyway, people are going to be able to see you. Let's see where it goes. I wonder if anyone's rotating out of the airport or underneath in the hull. Yeah, there we go. He's just running around in the open. Yeah. I mean, he's just about okay. Plate up. There we go. I mean, he can now gatekeep this guy, but he might also get gatekept himself. I wonder if that guy's dropped down and then it's going to come out of the little hole in front of him. He needs to keep an eye on this. Although, because he was getting shot with an AR, that guy probably doesn't have a sniper. Maybe got an AR SMG combo. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, there we go. He was just in a terrible position here. Yeah, he's just open out for so many angles. He needed a vehicle. Oh, I think he just got saved, actually. The guy that was coming up to get him. Yeah, there we go. Got saved by the guy who was shooting him before. That was very nice of him. Let's see if that guy manages to take him out. There we go. Nice free kill. No. Missed the shot. Is that going to disappear or is he going to have to run? Oh, let's see. He's taking too long to take the shot. There we go. Nice. And now, let's see. That guy will be able to get the self-res. I'd probably just get out my SMG here. Take him out. Because that zone's past him. Nice. I mean, he was very lucky there, to be honest. Just the amount of angles that he was open to. He had one guy on his right, one guy on his left, one guy straight ahead of him. And he did get saved, obviously, by the guy behind him. Right. So, how many buildings in zone? One here, one here. There's a truck here, and there's a truck here. So, there's at least 2 trucks in this final zone. Doesn't have anything to deal with them in terms of like airstrikes and stuff. Does have a couple of thermites. Right. This is not going to be in, so he's going to have to push into the house just past the fence, but at least there's cover for him. How many people left? 5. So 4 apart from him. Little bit of cover here. Oh. Someone sniped him for him. He's not in a bad position actually now, although he's going to have to push past this guy. There's definitely a guy in here. If I were him, maybe just try and just chuck both of your thermites out the truck. Then it'll blow up, maybe damage that guy anyway. And it also screws that guy over, even if he does kill you. He's going to push out to the right. He has no... How does he have no plates? Maybe that's what he's doing. Yeah, both your thermites. There we go. Took a little bit too long to do that, but still. At least that screwed that guy over. Right, there was a fight on the other side of the building as well. You see there, where he was firing, that wasn't a great idea, because the other guy could have heard that, and then... Yeah, done that. So he heard him shooting, and you know if he's shooting at the truck, he's not going to be shooting at you once you pop out the side. And let's see who wins this final fight. The other guy, I think, sounded like he was on the far side of the river, so it's going to be a one-on-one. Oh. Okay. This guy appears to be confused. So the other guy's pushing him. Let's see where we're going. Yep, he's not going to win this, is he? The other guy's in such a better position. He can just hold the door. He knows he's coming out the door. If I were him, make a gas plate. Yeah, nice. I mean, he's prolonged his life a little bit, but... I mean, you know if he's chucking grenades in there that he must be relatively close. And, as expected, he just took way too long in there. He should have been looking around. What scope is that? That's horrible. But yeah, this guy, as we said earlier, the guys on the far side of the river, if the zone pulls that way, have such an advantage on that zone, just because you have to rotate out all the buildings, and you're going to have to be rotating out into the river. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to give us a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!